Welcome to Jethro's Garage. Um, got a bit of a mess here, but here to talk to you about socket organization. These are a few examples of what's available out there. Now there's more. This is just what I have and I own and I use. There's plenty of variety here. There's a few that I would like to try out, but I haven't purchased yet. So we're going to walk through a lot of the stuff, and we're going to sort of take a trip through time, as it were, and talk about the ones sort of in the order they were started using them, I guess. This isn't I'm not expert on this. I'm going by memory and sort of what I've seen out there. And if you see something that I'm sort of wrong at, hey, let me know. Y'all come on up here. I ain't gonna bring you up too close because it'd be hard to see most of it. Okay, one of the first ones I'm going to start with is tool trays. A lot of toolboxes were made with a tray that was specifically designed for sockets. This isn't exactly what we're talking about, and I don't have it, but you would lay them in there and it'd have a diagonal line that would sort of, keep them in. And that's a lot of the way sockets were organized. Then I think they started using this right here. Now, this right here, believe it or not, is an extremely effective, very affordable tool holder, socket holder. It's somewhat modular. You can buy longer ones, which you see right here on this tray right here. Or you can cut them down to whatever size you need. They're all usually the same width right here, and the clips will fit on them. So I could take this one right here, and I could have 1/4-inch sockets, 3/8 sockets, or 1/2-inch drive sockets. I'm not sure about 3/4. I've never owned a 3/4 socket rail. But I could pretty much fix that up with whatever I needed. And they hold fairly decent. I mean, that's in there. It's in there. It's not super heavy, so it holds. So this is one of them. So this next one is something that I built. It's kind of heavy because it's got all these sockets on it. It's got these socket trays on them. I've cut these down to a smaller size. Let me raise you up here. I've cut these down to smaller sizes. All these have been cut down. I think these three right here were what I had. They were already cut. I didn't cut them for anything special, and I slapped them on here. These are just odd and end sockets I've used this for, but all these are bolted to a piece of 12 gauge steel plate, and you'll see here they're just bolted in place. So it's like the perfect size to fit in my toolbox. Pretty decent little setup, if you ask me. But, who am I? So, go from that, and all of a sudden, we started seeing these socket trays like this. Right? Hanson, I believe, was sort of the inventor of these, was the earliest adopter. And you see, this one's pretty nice here. They're all labeled. Sockets fit on them very well, upside down, or with the open end facing down. Sockets fit on them pretty well. This I think I got from Lowe's, and they don't always fit as well. These do. These do. I think I've got others that don't fit quite as well. But these were nice. You laid them out, you knew what you had. The only problem is, let's get this one. If you don't have a 15, that open space drives you crazy. And that was kind of the way it was, because these go up, the 1/4 inch goes up to 9/16, and so on and so forth. So it's not modular. It's a one size fits all, and you pretty much have to put whatever you got on it. A lot of people have copied this design. You can buy the copies at Harbor Freight. You can buy them at Lowe's. I don't know where else you can buy them. But then you've got different ones like this. These are newer, updated socket rails. This one's from OEM. Holds the socket real nice. They stay on real well. They actually got, let me get you a different one here so you can see it better. They also got the ball in them to hold everything. And, you know, nice, right? Not too bad. Here's one from, this one is from Koken. It's just a little bit nicer. It's got magnets in here to hold it to whatever. And again, these clips, it holds it real good. A lot better than my hand does. This comes with this socket set, and I can stick it on whatever I want. Well, let me show you so I don't have to move my camera. There you go. Next, what do we got next? Vim rails. Let's look at the Vim rails. Now this one is a little different. Very, very magnetic. I don't want to stick it to that plate up there because I might have a hard time getting it out. Well, let's just partially stick it. And the thing is, it's good enough that you can stick these upside down and they're good. Now, the sockets hold well, right? And they're fairly modular. You move these in and out. You can tighten them down, stick your socket there, and it pretty much stays. But it isn't held on by this peg. It's just held in place by the peg. Very nice, but not cost effective. Not really cost effective, but I love them. I've got a lot of them, and while I probably won't go to a full set of these, I do use them in my main box. They're great for just saving a lot of room. Now, we got a few other types. Let's swing y'all over here. Here's my tool hanger system. I haven't put it in place yet. This is going to go in what I'm going to call my, what do I call it? My clean room. It's going to be where I build engines and stuff at, that I don't have to worry about the dust and everything from me grinding on things or whatever affecting it as much. It's going to be easier to keep clean and keep the engine clean. Well, they got these hangers here. You just slide your sockets on it. Now that takes up a lot of space. I got it. I don't think I would use that to a large degree, maybe hang a few of my more used tools on it, but it's a good option. Let me bring y'all back in the middle. Along with those options, we've got other stuff. You can leave them in your case that you get it in from. This is a 1/4 inch Sunex set. Very nice. Case takes up a fair amount of room, but I can leave it in the case and it stays organized. I can leave it in the case, cut that lid off, and it's organized and easily I can get into my, get into it pretty easy. And I've actually did that with, well, I did it with the 3/8 drive master kit that I got from them, but I'm not using that anymore. And you got these like this right here. This is a kit from Snap-on. It comes in this tray. Now this tray isn't a it's not, see that crack back there? I don't want to turn it over. I'll dump them all out. So not a great tray, but it is a source. Or, I mean, and you can get real creative with this. Let me show you a few things you could do. Let's say instead of the tool hanger, you decided you wanted to hang your sockets up, but don't want to use tool hanger. Let me move you up a little bit here. So let's say I want a special set of sockets in my tool room or my clean room, and I want them super accessible. I don't want them in a drawer. I want them hanging up, but this tool hanger system, let's say I don't want to spend the money on it. So I'd take me a piece of wood, I would pop me a line, and I would figure out where each screw needs to go and put a screw in there to hang them on. So I've got a nice little setup. I'd probably put a little more angle on it, or put a longer screw for longer sockets, but you see the gist of it. Here we go. Here's other sockets. These are all 3/8 drive. They go on there pretty well, right? But let's say I wanted to do some 1/4 inch. Well, 1/4 inch are only going to fit that way unless I put smaller screws. Easy solution though, cheap. Every one of us probably has a bunch of scrap screws. I've got so many drywall screws, it's ridiculous. Let me back you up now. So I had to dig into my son's stuff. One of the last things I wanted to show you is foam trays. You know, manufacturers, man, they'll send it in a million different ways. These foam trays can be nice. They take up a ton of room, especially so like this wouldn't be bad because the sockets are standing straight up. But these where the sockets are laying down, unless you've got thin drawers, you really don't want that. That's a lot of room that takes up. So that's something to think about. It's come with my son's SK set that he got here recently. Super awesome looking foam. We might talk about those, that set here, maybe sometime next few weeks. But price. Cheapest, this right here. But you're not throwing this in your toolbox. You could take you a board and put a bunch of screws in it and throw it in your toolbox, but do it a different way, you know. Have a board that's flat, put the screws in it, and put your sockets on there. You could do that. I wouldn't recommend that way, but you can use these old style clips. They're very cheap. You usually get them 50 cents to $1 at Harbor Freight, unless they've went up on price. Take these and put your stuff on there. You could take these and find your old scrap piece of metal, maybe old, I don't know, it's old water heater, and flatten out the piece of metal around it, or just there's all kind of stuff you could do. Screw them to it, pop rivet it to them, and boom, you got your little tray. Or you could go up from there. These ain't too bad expensive if you buy the cheap knockoffs. Then I think you're probably, you could probably buy these. They wouldn't be too expensive. You could buy cheaper ones of these. They're not too bad. Your trays are probably not super expensive. I think 19, 20 bucks. This set right here from Tool Widget, I didn't cover it in this video. Look back a video. But this right here is 19 bucks. Let's see. Then you got this from Vim, this mag rail. What is it? It's probably 30 bucks. I don't know. But you have to buy the mag rail and the little T-screws separate. I think this right here is not, this might be 40 bucks. I can't remember for sure. And then these, well, they're hard to get. You got to buy them with, you know, you might find them in old toolboxes and stuff. You can search around and get you some decent stuff. As y'all have seen, my tool storage is a hodgepodge of everything. This drawer is, yeah, I got a little bit of everything in here. Got more of these. I think that rail's from Astro Pneumatic. Pretty sure that rail's from Astro Pneumatic. Got more of those. This was a Rural King one. You know, same thing, but it was from Rural King. I've got some from Lowe's in here somewhere. But anyway, y'all get the idea. Thank y'all for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Tool storage, man, it's, you could beat your head against the wall to get the right tool storage set up for your toolbox. And sometimes there is no one way to skin the cat. It's just everything. You know, you need to be somewhat modular about it. Appreciate y'all watching. Please click that like button. I really need it. And share it with your friends. The more you share, the better off it's going to be for me. And I really appreciate it. Hit me up on Facebook if you don't mind. I'll put a link down there below. And make sure 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday nights, I do a live and we talk. And I give away a tool. So there's only two rules. You got to stay till I give the tool away, which is usually toward the end. And you can't have won anything in the past 30 days. Pretty easy. Some people win multiple times. Some people, you know, it's just a little bit here, a little bit there. Right now, I'm averaging about 7 to 9 people. Come on in there now. You know, you might like it and you might win something. The chances are better now. So I appreciate it. Thank y'all. I wish y'all have a blessed week and y'all take care of each other.